This is a video to the guy who flaked on me on our date. I just wanted to show you what I was gonna bring to you. Now you're ghosting me last minute. So weird. So childish. So I'm Latina. I got you some tacos. Really good. From my favorite tacos place. I made you some homemade horchata, agua horchata, because you said you liked that, and I made it. And some Mexican corn muffins with honey butter, handmade. Let me know why you ghosted me. That's crazy. I already crashed out, you guys, but damn. You can only imagine how that shit feels. All you had to do is answer the phone. And I had everything planned out. Oh my god.
Man, we gotta do better. Man, we gotta do better. I feel like this is why I'm really hard on the man, because a man can ruin a woman. A man can ruin a woman more than a woman can ruin a man. There's a lot of good women out there. This woman made a whole ass meal and she got stood up. That's why, as men, we gotta hold each other accountable, because we are the ones that create these hoes. We the ones that create these women that get aggressive. It's the man's fault. It's because we do this to good people. And then they crash out. Then we have that hoe phase. Then we have that I don't give a F about what a man is. I don't respect men. Women are strong. Women are beautiful. But there's some men out there that done some crazy things to these women to make them damaged, to where they never trust a man ever again. But as men, we got to be better. A whole meal. She made the tacos, the cornbread with the honey. I'm over here getting hungry. But we as men got to be better. We got to treat our women like queens, man, because like I said, we have a big effect on women. Fathers, boyfriends, brothers, we shape women, man. They may not think that, but it's true. Women care what we do. We must take care of our women. Simple phone call, just go on a date, man. It's not that big of a deal. But she's crushed. But this is what creates these women to go to the club, drinking, sleeping with everybody, go on this 6 months craziness whole phase where they lost themselves. They trying to find themselves, but they won't until that man comes in and say, "All right, chill out, you with me." But it's tough for these women to live this life. It's tough for these women, you know, to be themselves and be their soft selves when we got men that are boys. We got a problem with the men. I'm always going to be on the men because we are the foundation. We have a big influence on women. What we do will affect a woman for life. What a father does affects a woman for life. So it's sad for me to see this. This is why I want to talk about this video. But prayers to her. Hopefully she turns it around. Hopefully she doesn't crash out. Hopefully she doesn't go in this whole phase, and just believe in God and just know that that man that you want is coming. But she made the whole meal though. That's crazy work. She could cook, y'all. You see some of these women out here, they don't want to cook. She made a whole meal. But she's broken. But the reason why a lot of these women are broken is because of a man. That could be her boyfriend, that could be her husband, that could be her father. So we have to protect the women, man. We have to just be men. Protect them, protect their hearts, protect their minds, because we have a big influence on women, which is crazy. We may not, you may not think you do because you look at TikTok and all this stuff, but you do. You really do. Women remember everything about every man they've been with. They remember the good and the bad, but they always remember the bad, of course. That's what affects them. That's what shapes them. That's what makes them angry. That's what makes them aggressive. That's what makes them say, bump it. I'm just going to use men for money. It's because men done them so dirty. They try to love them, but they just been feel like they've been used. So they do the same thing. I'm going to use you too. That's what the whole phase is.
Okay, guys, we thug through. Because you know what? Fuck this lover girl shit. I guess we had to go on our villain arc. I guess this shit is not worth it. This shit's not real. And there's the sign. Yeah, there you go. So, I'll see you guys next time.
Prayers to her, man, but it sucks. But like I said, man, we got to stand up and be better. Be better. Take care of these women. If you're dating her to go on a date, it is what it is. Be nice. You ain't got to have sex with her. You ain't got to fall in love with her. But a lot of these women want to be married. They want to be married young. Because when you look at these older women that not married, they jaded. They've been through a bunch of men that did them dirty. Now they just hate men and they become single. They want love. They want somebody to be with, even though they think they don't, but they do. But they've been through so many experiences, they just like, I'm cool. I'd rather just be bad all by myself. That's how the feminine movement came in, right? You see what I'm saying? So we have these women that are jaded and aggressive and crazy, like not crazy like her, but just going crazy is because of a man. So we got to hold the men accountable. That's just basically what it is. If we don't, then what happens? We have a lot of women that say they don't need men, and then next you know, men are needed, and then men are living with women, then we ain't producing, and then what happens? Nothing happens. But I just hope that she got it together. I hope that she got it together. I hope that she feels good. I hope that she found that right one. But I always said this. I found my wife when I wasn't looking. My wife found me when we weren't looking. Sometimes you got to work on yourself, get yourself together. The right person will come. You don't need to actively look. Just work on yourself. Because what you do is when you're working on yourself, you're going to attract that right person to come in your way. That's just how nature works. But never ghost a chick just because. Worst case scenario, just go on a date. Have fun. Keep it cordial. You don't have to just stand a girl up because I'm telling you, it affects them. It affects them bad. So we got to be better, man. This is a call to all the men just to be accountable and just say, I'm going to be better. I'm going to make sure I do my job. I'm going to make sure I just treat her heart right so she won't be jaded, so she won't get messed up down the line. Because this is why, that's what I said. I had a video talking about whole phase. That's why whole phase happens, man. I did the research just because of breakups or her father issues or being done dirty by a boy. That's the only reason why a woman want to do that. It's not because she just want to do it. It's because she's been hurt. Hurt women do things like that. So, do you judge a woman if she go through a whole phase? You just ask her what happened. She'll tell you. I got stood up, or my dad beat me, or this happened, this happened. It always has to do with a male. And that's the reason why they act like that. They go on this rampage. They get aggressive. They don't trust nobody. It's because they've been hurt. Women are emotional creatures. No matter what you say, they so emotional. They really just want to be soft. But the world has made them hard. We have made them hard because we as men have not protected them and took care of them. So all my men out there, be accountable, take care of these women, be nice, don't stand a woman up. Always know that if you're with a woman, you have their heart, treat their heart, care for their heart, and just be a good man. At the end of the day, you a man, so just be a good one.